I will always remember Don Bechler as a warm, open, and friendly human being. Don did not mince words. He didn't suffer fools, but was kind if one of them was an activist like me. He made sure everyone got a chance to speak, but no one was allowed to overdo it with speechifying. As he said during Q&A, a question is a sentence with a question mark at the end of it. His unique combination of personal qualities and dedication to making this world a better and more humane place through his commitment to single payer will be sorely missed, but can serve as a model and inspiration to others.
He could and would talk to anyone at great length, no matter what position they were coming from. He was the king of finding common ground. It was Don who taught me that it's fun to go out in public and talk to complete strangers. And maybe that's the best way to actually grow the movement instead of talking to each other all the time. He was an inspiration, a mentor, and a partner in crime. And I miss him.
Don was generous in spirit, and he led a very simple life with a total purpose to create healthcare as a human right. He also never missed an opportunity to organize for Single Payer Now. I invite you now to reach into your pocketbook and give what you can to Healthcare Now or to the labor campaign to honor Don's life and his commitment to health as a human right. Don, you are great. And I know that you're now at peace with the other giants like Quentin Young, somewhere in Yellowstone, enjoying wherever you're at, trying to make healthcare a human right and shedding your light on us. Thanks so much for all you did.
He was the quintessential nose to the grindstone organizer. Do whatever it takes to get others involved and activated. Potluck dinner, flyer, envelope stuffing, and stamping parties. I think he may have set a record, an organizer's record for these kind of events. Don always made room for me, no matter how late or last minute, because of my busy schedule. He was the kind of person who never sought the limelight, but just kept to his grassroots organizing and recruiting an inexhaustible list of single-payer supporters.
And Don was fearless, if you will. He was probably the best single-payer organizer in the entire country, someone who has never been replicated in our movement and probably never will be. He just was totally dedicated. How we move single-payer now from San Francisco without Don is hard to imagine, because Don was single payer now. Don, you really were great.
The kind of organizing that Don did in San Francisco is at the heart of our movement. And he really believed and practiced in the capacity building and the one-on-one conversations and building a list that had formed the foundation for the work in San Francisco, and frankly is something we need to do statewide in California if we're going to inoculate ourselves a foundational activist for our movement who helped get us where we are today, really in a stronger position to win Medicare for all than ever before. So thank you, Don Bechler.
My husband Philip and I hosted Don about 10 years ago in Philadelphia. During that weekend, he was on a relentless mission to learn every single word to the song The Way You Do the Things You Do by The Temptations. I believe he was memorizing it so he could impress a lady in his life. Even though he about drove me crazy singing that song all weekend, maybe, that's one of the things I actually loved the most about Don, right? He was relentless and very passionate about the things he cared about. And he never stopped trying. What better way to honor him and keep Don in our hearts than by making the people in our lives know they are great.
But really put his time and energy and passion and heart into talking to people about their lives and asking them to get involved. His commitment, his passion, his love, his smarts, his dedication will really be missed. That freedom banner that Don spent so much time holding up a part of, and maybe even painted himself and brought to the conference, it's going to be a little heavier without him holding up his corner, and we'll miss him greatly.
If there's one thing I remember about Don, it was how much he loved bringing people together. There were the meetings and the mailings, always with orange juice and yogurt almonds. There were the annual potlucks at St. Mary's. And of course, the tablings with his beautiful banners. Don had a magical way to turn people out in droves, no matter what. He knew, besides growing the database, he was bringing people together as kindred spirits. May his empowerment live on in all of us.
Don was a single payer OG because he was all about building organization. And Healthcare Now was his kind of organization. So I would be remiss if I didn't appeal to you all on Don's behalf to contribute some money to Healthcare Now. Don would want you to, so give till it hurts.
Don meant the world to me and was responsible for changing my life. I can't really put into words how much I'm going to miss him. And what I'll always keep with me is Don's persistence and dedication and focus and humor and his ability to keep things in perspective and to accept people for how they are and not how he thought they should be. He had a strong vision, and I hope that we can all keep that vision alive, because
I feel like I should always say something about what single payer is. I never assume people know what that means. I could just say, well, it's universal health care from birth to death, or it's universal health care from cradle to grave, or sometimes I can say it's universal health care from sperm to worm on this question. But what we're talking about, so this is a vision I would like to see someday. It's unions, the people who brought you Medicaid, okay? It's really simple, and if you want to get healthcare off the bargaining table, we should be fighting for this. If you want to have everybody, including immigrants, no matter what their status is, in a healthcare system, we should be fighting for single-payer healthcare or HR 676. So that's my vision. I hope it's all of our vision. Thank you very much.